Thank you for joining me today. My friend recently dropped around this little footstool. It belongs to her mother. It's to be recovered and new foam put in, but no buttons. So let's get on with it. I'm going to leave the legs on for stability while I remove the cover and the trim. There is no saving this foam. You can see it's sand. I'm going to put some polythene underneath. I didn't realise it was that bad, so I don't have such a mess to clear up. Measure from here, like that, all the way around to the other side. I'm not pulling it, I'm just resting it on there, which is about 15.5. So I'm going to make that 17.5 there, all the way around, not pulling it, to there, which is 20. So 17.5 by 22 is what I need. I'm going to put a nick at 17.5, fold that over so I get a nice straight edge, cut along the fold of the fabric all the way across, and straighten it up to that if I need to. It doesn't look as if it's very far off, which is rather good. Maybe a little bit trim along there. And then across here, I think I need to just cut down here to make sure there's no rough edges. This is a bit of an upcycle project because it was leftover fabric. Having done that, I need to cut this back to 22, which is there. I think the rough edges there can go underneath. It will work out. I'm going to pull those out. Those don't need to be there. Apart from that, everything looks good. The next measurement I need is from the base of there to the top, which is 3 inches. Now I've added an inch, so that is 4 inches with my allowance at the bottom. Measure 4 inches up, which is there in a straight line. I'll put my pin going up towards where I'm going to be sewing it from. That should mean the distance from the corner to there is 4 inches. Another one there to remind me where I'm going to. The next corner, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Fold along the edge like that. Measure up to my 4 inches. There, put a pin in and a pin at the bottom like that. I'm doing that on all 4 sides. Nice and easy. This is a really simple footstool. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to line my piece of fabric up like that, put the foot down, forward a couple of stitches and then back, all the way to the back and then forward, following that line, keeping all the fabric flat. Remove the pin at the bottom and reverse when you get there. I don't really like going up, so I'm going to put that there. Put the needle down first, then put the foot down, and I'm going to reverse off first and then forward all the way to the top here. This fabric has a bit of a pile and it will walk, but because it's only a short distance it shouldn't walk too far. And then reverse. Repeat on the next 2 corners. Cut all of these back to within 1/4 of an inch or about 1/4 of an inch from the seam. I don't want too much bulk there. Do that on all corners. I don't usually do it this way, but there's really nothing I can attach it to. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue there and pop that on. It comes down to the sides fine, and then again here, just into place. It's really so it doesn't move. I don't think a seam in this case would be any good because it might show up. I'm going to let that dry for a minute. As I say, I don't often do it this way. It's just that I'm not securing it to anything else and I don't want it moving. So I'll let that set up. I've also glued the foam to the base so that won't move either. I've lined those up, but I'm actually going to cut these back just a little bit like that and see if they'll fold over. Do the other one as well. A little bit out from the corner. Pop that down about an inch there. Hold that in, and about an inch on that side as well to hold it. And again, cut that down, and again on this side. So all 4 corners cut. Fold that in like that. Bring this over and down about an inch on that side. Fold this one over, keeping them in place. After a while it gets a little bit awkward because they don't want to stay there. Roll that down. What I'm going to do is roll everything down and into place. Now I've left the legs on for now. The other thing is make sure that the corners are covered. I think that'll be fine. I might have to centre it a little bit. Down and into place. The same on here and on the back there. I could have probably allowed a little bit more room on there, but I don't want to be too generous because I want it quite tight. Remove the feet. I don't need those on there. I'm just going to pull this down a wee tad and cut that level with the base there. And the same one here. I don't really want it to be too far over the edge. It will be pulled in, but I don't want it to be too much. Make sure those corners are covered with the dacron. Then I'm going to pull this slightly over to there and I'm going to make a mark. Pull that back, measure over, it is 1 inch. I'm going to make it 1 1/8. I'm going to do that all the way around. That's so I can pull the sides in to where they need to be put. Line the corners up there and pull the side to that line like that and secure it. The opposite side, line my corners up, pull the center over and secure it. And the same on the sides, just line everything up, pull the center over and secure it. And the same on the other side. Check it. I think that looks pretty good. And now I'm going to just pull everything in, secure it along here. And I'll repeat that on all 4 sides, just pull it in. For the corner, all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it in, and I'm going to kind of smush it into place. I don't want to have a sharp corner there, I just want it spread out. Like that. They don't all have to be identical, they just got to come in and look nice on the outside edge. Put your staples away from where the legs are going to go in. And if you need to, you can cut it back, just in case they're a little bit too tight over the top of those holes. Fold that over, make sure all of that is on the underside. Line that up to about within 1/4 of an inch and secure. I'm not going all the way to the end yet because I've got to fold those pieces in. Same on this side, so there's a nice little border there. Fold that back so it cuts across like that, so it's nice and even. Kind of keeps everything at a similar level in height. Cut that back like that and fold that even further back to balance how the legs are going to go in. Otherwise there's a high point there and you don't want that, so pop that in there. You can see where the hole is and then just pop that in and screw it all the way down. It should be quite evenly positioned, and tighten that up so it faces out. Critiquing my own work, it does pull in slightly here, so I could have easily given this 1/8 to 1/4 extra on each of the seams, which would have meant that it lines up a little bit better. I think although that is a little bit of a fault, it's not a major one, nobody's going to really notice it. This was quite an easy project. I say no buttons in the middle or anything. My friend wanted it to be a little bit higher than the original because her mum uses it and her feet were sinking in, which made it uncomfortable for her. I think using the extra firm will give her the support she wants. But when you're deciding how big something needs to be, take a measurement of here, and you do not want the foam and the top to be much deeper than the legs, otherwise it looks too top heavy. I could have done it slightly differently and made it look like it was a pillow top. That's a lot of work. She wanted it done, she wanted a simple answer to the problem, not a long-winded one. And if I had done a pillow top, it would have allowed it to go a little bit high. A little bit of dacron just plumps it up a bit. I think it's perfect for a little upcycle. The fabric was left over from a chair many years ago, so I try not to waste things. If you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe, hit the bell button, and a few thumbs up would be brilliant. And in the meantime, take care. See you later. Ciao!